I smell food. What are you cooking?
Pork chops and potatoes.
I knew it.
What you got cooking? Good looking. What you got cooking?
There he is.
All right.
Greg!
Here's the
Hello,
man of the
Daddy.
hour. Tomahawk Power.
My soul daddy. He's back.
Good to see you.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Gabby, you might have to.
Yeah, I'll mute. I'll mute.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
There he is.
Got everybody in.
Much love, Greg. You're looking good.
Good evening.
Hey, thanks.
Pleased
How's
to meet
everyone doing? My pleasure, brother.
you. We're doing good.
Peachy.
Yes, Colin Porter. This is definitely a man from the other side of the pond, but he's in the Soul family. And you know
This
everybody
is the
else.
man who had introduced all of us
All
together.
of us. Yes.
Bless you.
Yes.
That's all it takes
So
sometimes. Just a word, isn't it?
What's
Sorry, Greg, go ahead.
That's okay. What's the topic tonight?
Today is Earth Day. It's just a happy, glorious day to be connected to our planet, our Mother Earth. And anything that you feel, you can bring it up, and we will chomp on it, chew it. Just kind of hanging out.
Okay.
Steam from Instant Pot. What?
That was that beautiful sound that was engulfing my microphone.
Ah, mystery solved.
Yep. I didn't think it was going to be that loud.
Time to drink the PG. It's 1:30 in the morning. That's crazy.
It's 7:30 in the evening here.
2:30 here.
We eat dinner. Everlong Mystic, happy Earth Day to you too.
Thank you, thank you. So what have you been doing today there, Greg? How's your Earth Day been going?
Kind of busy. Just working on the side, getting a few things done. Doing some research on time speeding up, that phenomenon, and went through and watched an old video of Dolores Cannon, and when I interviewed her back in 2013, and picked up some things that I completely forgot about.
Oh, like
Yeah.
What was that? Will you share with us maybe? Because
Well,
I've noticed that in time.
I always thought that your vibration was the most important thing, the level of vibration, which it is. But actually, she said all you have to do basically is believe in the new Earth, and that's enough to separate the people from the new Earth and the old Earth. That and staying out of fear. So as long as you live without fear and believe that the new Earth is already there, which I do, and I think all of you guys do as well, that's the only criteria. That's it. Everybody will get there eventually.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Debbie, hi everyone, happy Earth Day. Hello, Debbie, thank you. Yes,
Great.
happy Earth Day.
You got to interview the Dolores Cannon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Got a lot of great interviews. I think Jordan Maxwell three times that I interviewed him. A lot of old stuff on in 5D on the YouTube channel. Debbie Hempeel, I want to say thank you for the shirt purchase, and you should get it probably today or tomorrow.
Ooh. Which one did you get, Debbie?
She got a few of them.
Speaking of shirts, I'm wearing mine.
Yeah, you are. I love that. I love it. That's one of my favorite. That probably is my favorite one. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's going to be my next one, the Air.
Mm-hmm.
Eric and I could be twinsies then.
Twinsies. Yeah.
Twin. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that. What year do you remember when you did the Dolores interview?
2013. Yep,
2013. Okay.
Mhm.
How long was that interview in time?
Well, with her, it was probably a little over an hour,
Okay.
but yeah, she was late for the interview, so you'll have to go ahead like 13 minutes or 30 minutes rather into the interview to see it.
Okay. Yeah. No. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you filled the space immaculately, so I don't mind watching the whole
Yeah,
thing.
I had a co-host that helped me with it as well, so it was good. It was back in the day when I was doing that, pretty much a new interview every week, so it was a good thing. Fun to do, definitely.
I think that's probably, it was either 2013 or 2014 the first time I saw you. So that'd be cool to go back and see one of the greats on your broadcast being interviewed by you. Yeah.
What an honor it was to be able to interview her. She's a legend, you know?
I don't read a lot of books, but most of the women that I talk to in the spiritual community, they've all read or perused her literature at some point. Have you read her books?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I highly recommend the Convoluted Universe series. Yeah, because she talks about, especially in books 2 and 3, she goes pretty much in depth about the New Earth.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And that she didn't. So yeah, she bought 3 shirts, and she's hoping they come tomorrow. They should be there tomorrow, Debbie. So hang in there. And thank you once again.
Yes, and Val says that is so awesome to have a chance to sit with one of the greatest, or one of the greats.
You know, it's
Yeah.
awesome having family
It
here.
really was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always say that HAPS, for me, it stands for Happy Are People Promoting Success. And Greg here has really been promoting what some may call the spiritual new landscape here for over a decade. And, you know, he's someone that I've looked up to for a long time. So having him here with us today it's kind of like, for me, I know me and Des were geeking out the other night when he came on Dez's broadcast, and it's like having, you know, I don't really look up to like movie stars and stuff because that's kind of all made up and everything, but he's like he's kind of that persona for me, you know. He's somebody that I'm like, oh my gosh. And then to have met Des and Helga in the way that I met them on his broadcast, and to have seen them all in my dreams before, it was just like, well, is it like a dream come true?
Yes.
Hello, guys.
Story
I'm
about
back.
the shirt in a raffle. I think it's a great story.
Yeah. I don't ever typically do anything
Welcome
like that. Although I see it as a very good thing because, you know, but Spirit was just talking to me that night. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And I was kind of at that point where, you know, there's been times in the past where I've not really followed Spirit. And then there's times when I do. And usually the times when I don't, I end up, I don't want to say regretting it, but I look back and I'm like, ah, man, I need to get with the program here, you know? And so I'm glad I was with the program that night. Everlong Mystic said the vibrations were intense, but it was exciting. Oh, okay. My first out of body experience happened after reading Dolores Cannon's book. Ooh.
Just so you know, this
OB.
OB.
This is going out on the N5D YouTube channel right now. You guys know.
Oh, hi, all
Oh,
family.
nice.
What's up, OB? Much love.
Well, it looks like sometimes, this happens to me too, Greg. Like sometimes our energies just get really high and it does like the glitchy and kind of fade. I find it interesting that it does the green though, because that's really like the heart chakra. Yes, OB, this is Greg Prescott from N5D. If y'all have not ever experienced him, check him out on YouTube or Facebook. But he's the reason Des and Helga and Gabby and I all met. Val says, I have to say, when I started my journey, it was 8 years ago, and I found Greg, and now all of you. It's an awesome journey. Thank you all. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
The more the merrier, really.
Yes.
OB says, hi, Greg. Ray Jesse Gordon, love that I get you all live. Hey, anyone know any more about our Earth's axis rotating faster? It's ever rotating. Science is talking about taking a second off or a minute of the clock. Well, Greg was just talking about that. Well, he didn't mention the axis, but time speeding up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in the process of watching it. Best. Because things business that's makes sense. He said it's not conscious. You can do more stuff in less time. There it is.
Greg's right below me, so it's right there.
There's a lot of energy in here, so he's going in and out.
Yeah, I'm going to try to pull a Michael. I'm gonna pull Gabby down. We'll still be able to hear you, Gabby.
Oh, that's fine. Actually, I was gonna get off anyway because I have to round up the troops
All right.
for dinner. So, it's a pleasure. Thanks for coming
Love
on.
you,
Love
guys.
you,
Gabby.
Love you
Gabby.
guys. Mwah. Love you guys.
I pulled me down as well. See if that
Oh, yeah, I was gonna pull you down, Colin. Thank you for that. We'll see if that helps. If not, I'll go down next and I'll leave the ladies with the.
I think it's because I'm using a lot of bandwidth running the film as well. So if I pause the film, that might help.
Did Greg freeze?
No, he's
Looks
better.
like it.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, there we go. Sometimes with HAPS, if you go for a really long time, which we've been going for 3 hours and 43 minutes at this point, and the more people you get up, sometimes the bandwidth gets a little choppy. Oh, you pulled
Oh,
the
yeah.
up. Thanks so much, Greg.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
OB, these are prescription.
if I click on it right now, am I going to leave the live, or is it
No,
going to open another page? Do you know that?
it should open another page.
No, I can't open it now. Okay, I will do it later.
Well, I think my computer's lagging really badly. I should probably sign off and reboot and come back on. But thank
Okay.
you for inviting me in here. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. Happy Earth Day. And I'll see you back on Haps soon.
All right.
Love
Thank you
you.
so
Namaste.
much, Greg. Love you.
Thank you, Greg.
Absolute pleasure.
Namaste.
Namaste. Take care.
It's so awesome.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Just made my day even brighter. Even brighter.
Yes.
Brandy's like, what did I miss?
Well, you were calling for Greg earlier, Brandy, and he came. He jumped over from the face hook. But yeah, I know how that goes. I have to reset mine quite often. So what's Greg's spiritual pilgrimage? He's been on a long journey. He's had cancer twice. Is that right, y'all?
I have no idea. I'd leave it up to him so he can answer that.
Yeah.
So
But,
I'd highly suggest everyone go follow Greg Prescott on here, and then follow his links on there, and you can actually watch the videos on YouTube about his journey, because yeah, he's awesome.
But yeah, like Dez is wearing one of his shirts, so he's got amazing tie-dye t-shirts. He actually uses some of the crystal sands there in Florida, and uses other crystals and some of the best dye colors. And if you want a custom one, he'll even make you a custom designed one if you would like that. But he's got, gosh, like 24 pages of tie-dye shirts you can pick from.
I have
But
to
yeah.
go back and see and buy some more.
Yeah, my next one's gonna be the air like Dez has got, so we can be twins.
I like that one too. Is that air?
Yeah, that's the air.
All right. T-shirt.
Oh, OB says he's not too far from him. Yeah, I think he's in
Says
like
there was a shooting.
Sarasota or something like that.
Siesta Keys.
Yes.
Siesta Keys, that's what it is. I knew it was like an S.
Yes. I'm glad for this night. For Gabi and for Greg to be here.
Now we just gotta get Todd over here.
Yeah. Whoa, it will blow Habs.
Mhm.
Who's Todd? I don't think I've heard.
Todd Medina.
Oh, okay.
He's well, Greg and Todd are both with their divine partners. So Todd is. I'm gonna brain fart now. I apologize. What's Todd's other half? Morgan Lee.
And Morgan Lee, yes.
But yeah, it's really interesting. They both kind of are like quintessentially the front runners of social media and the spiritual movement. I would say, doing interviews like Greg was saying he did with Dolores Cannon, Todd pretty much just interviews anybody that's got a story. He always asks the question of like, when did you start waking up? Things like that. He recently interviewed what's
David
that?
Icke.
David Icke, yeah. So
Hi,
Mm.
Phil. Phil,
Phil!
what's up?
oh,
Whoa!
Phil Christophers. Phil
oh my
yeah.
brother.
Oh, this is great.
Just looked up and there's
Yeah.
254 eyeballs, which adds up to 11.
Well, here is 381.
I know. You know what is interesting? At the beginning of the broadcast, about 10, 15 minutes into it,
Uh-huh.
there was like 114 likes and hearts. There was only 22 or 33 eyeballs. I was like, how in the world can there be like 100 and something likes when there's only been like 33 people in here?
Makes sense.
I have got to go and load my video for today. Thanks, Phil, for coming by. Much love, brother.
Much love.
Bye, Phil.
Oh, that's the most YouTube people have had in one sitting. So, thank you again, Greg. Always expanding.
Come on over to Haps, everyone, and if you are wanting to come and jump in the conversation, you can definitely jump in and conversate with the N5D fan or people from N5D over here on Haps. So come over here and make an account and use haps.tv/invite/Eric Hypes, and that'll give you 100 extra coins to spend for free to everybody else. That's awards and everybody who you would like to give to. So,
Thank you,
come
Des.
on over here.
And you can start your own broadcast journey. You can present your own topics, and there's more than enough people here that are interested in a lot of these topics, and they value a good new voice and a face.
Yes.
It's been life altering experience coming to Haps. The gentleman below me here, Mr. Colin Porter from across the pond, he was one of the first people to come into my broadcasts, and he's been in several of my dreams. And it's just like coming home. It's a dream come true. So maybe your dreams will lead you here as well. And
Would
if
be
not,
nice.
maybe you will be someone else's dream come true.
Everybody's frozen.
What was that, Colin?
Oh, he dropped out.
Oh, I think he said he was frozen there for a second.
Yeah, his voice has been
He's
low
back.
for a little bit.
I
Yeah.
turned him up earlier. I might
Something happened there. I
Oh, there he
got
is.
kicked out, and then I came back.
Oh,
I
and
was
we can
lost,
hear
and then
you.
I was found.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And we can hear you better now. So it all worked out.
bless you. Yeah, something.
But we don't see you.
Yeah, something weird. I may have to reboot the computer. Give me 2 seconds to reboot.
What?
What a palaver. I need
I
another
was about to
PG
say that
tips.
the
This is
same
not
way,
going well.
Eric. All right.
Oh, then.
All righty, mate.
Crikey.
Crikey.
Right, I'll be back.
We'll see you then. On top of the morning to you. What are you doing, Bella? Do you want to come say hi to everybody?
So last night, Eric, was like my free first live broadcast I did of free readings.
Where? What? How? Why? What?
What?
On Twitch?
On here.
Oh.
I did one card polls, and some of the cards that came out just flew out with the other card. So it was pretty good. I really liked it. So I'll do like one card polls for people, just for like a little affirmation. But then if they want like the full, they got to email me, and
Yeah.
do that one-on-one.
Yeah.
Give him that little taste, just kind of throw the hook out there, give him the one, then kind of reel it in and be like, "Ooh, I like this woman. What is she speaking of, this magic? Oh, I want more. I want more. It's good. These good vibrations." Yeah, thank you for
Hey,
doing
Captain
the
Rehab.
Captain. Are you matey? Hi, Helga. Are you inside of a pumpkin? Orange overload. Yeah, I thank you for doing that full read last night on the. Was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. Because I pulled 2 at the beginning, and they went right with everything, and then yeah, what you pulled kind of reiterated everything that had been brought up, and that's what I'm gonna start doing. That I'm gonna pull cards at the beginning. I'm gonna pull cards at the end, and I love it. Mr. Ives, glad to be here. Oh, we were always glad to have you.
What's up, Captain?
Oh, look at that. 272 eyeballs is 11. There's 173 live chats. That's 11. What time is it? It's
And
9
then we got all
o'clock.
3 of us here. 11, 11, 11.
Oh, stinky poo.
Captain Rehab.
Why did you say
I would
stinky
like
poo?
to come and look at your broadcast, but you curse a lot. So sorry. I can't.
Sadie.
Hi,
How's it?
Sadie.
Or I
Good to
just
see you,
come
Sadie.
and put the volume off. Sorry.
I wasn't on his broadcast, but he took me for a tour around his apartment. He's got it very well decorated. I liked his coat a lot, but he wasn't cussing.
Oh no, today I did. I watched him and I thought, oh no, I don't want to hear all those bad words. And so I switched. But I love you anyway. I love your comments.
Good to see you too, Sadie.
Hi, Sadie.
Brandy cuss a lot? It sounds like me. I could hear her voice when she says this.
Yeah.
Fuck it, you guys know me
But
already. I cuss a lot.
I know, Brandy. That's
Yeah,
the
that was a
difference.
good
I
one.
know her.
Well, maybe he will tame the tongue just for you, Helga.
You don't have to. It's his show. I'm
Well,
not
this
in the
is
show, but I listen. I'm in the chat.
my little Bella.
Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella.
Can you hear Helga calling your name?
I don't think so because you have ear plugs. Oh, I have to charge my battery.
Oh, you got the Bella kisses. Brandy
Yes,
says the
that's
words
true.
were only bad because we were told.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, Sadie, thank you for the super heart.
Super hard.
Ooh.
That's my new thing, because everybody else goes up with theirs, and I'm going to start going in, like I'm Sennuit.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
It's like the tunnel of love right there. You
That could
go
be our
inside
thing.
the
Yeah.
tunnel.
Yeah.
So is someone sending us super hearts or love? We just you just kind of
Mine's deformed because I got the Bella in my lap.
a deformed heart's good.
Yes.
Oh, I love this little one.
Yes.
I watch you guys all the time, and you are a bunch of lovely people. Oh, thank you,
Thank
Sadie.
you.
You are lovely too. I love how you got your name. It's like Sadie. I just hear it being sang, from the top of the mountain. Sadie. Give that a little whack-a-mole.
Laura Brent Bindle. What's up, girl? What's
Can't
up?
see anyone. Oh no, you can't see us. Where did
Are
we
you
go?
on YouTube?
And I have my lights on.
It's probably YouTube. YouTube does that sometimes when the person leaves and the video's still up, so it
Yeah.
shuts off the video.
Greg was here a little while ago.
John, he asked for the
John
bowl.
Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. His bowl is my bowl
Mine.
too. Whenever I go out, I always hear my bowler shout. John Jacob Bowlheimer Smith.
Oh, suspended.
Da 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 da.
Huh?
YouTube stream was suspended for a few minutes. It's back. Screen
Okay.
showed an error message.
Hmm.
The remix. There you go. Yes, the remix.
I gave him a reading last night.
Yeah?
Oh, nice.
Watch the replay.
Okay.
He's the last reading of the night.
All
last
right.
time.
How long did you go for doing the readings?
About an hour and a half.
Whoa.
Cool.
Was Michael there?
No.
Oh,
That's
he
funny.
missed it.
Yeah, I think the people that were in Haps, I mean, from Twitch last night when me, you, and OB were on there, I think they were from your stream because I went back to my Twitch channel and it said no views, but I saw the comments on Twitch. So, oh, Bella, you just ripped my earphone out. So I think they might have been yours. Have you
Mine?
gone? Yeah.
I turned everything off because
Oh,
every time
really?
my broadcast, it shows up a huge button or like it comes as a notification saying you know you can multi-stream, and I'm like, I don't want to right now because I just I'm trying to figure things out of what I really want to do, you know.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, that's weird because I mean it's been doing weird things. Like the one day, okay, Hoga. One day, what was it? Oh, that one time we were broadcasting, some of the people that were talking, I went over to Twitch and there was more comments than what came through on Haps. I was like, oh, well, that sucks, you know, because it kind of broke up the conversation. And then last night, I went over just to see if any of them had their own channel to follow them, you know, and it said I had no views last night on Twitch. I'm like, that's impossible. There was like 3 or 4 people talking to me. And so I went in and played the video and went towards the end, and sure enough, all the comments were there, but I had no views. I was like, that's weird. I'm like, how can their comments be there if they didn't view it? But somebody's off their rocker.
Oh yeah, I did give a reading to Sadie last night too. Yeah, it was pretty cool because we were talking about our signs all of a sudden, and then she said she was a Leo, and the Leo card popped out when I was giving her reading, but I didn't give it to her because I don't know, I just didn't say it with the
Yeah.
Leo card because I did the Leo card before her reading with somebody else, and she's like, "Well, I'm a Leo," and I'm like, well, that's why Spirit had that pop out, you know? So I thought it was pretty awesome, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been getting inspired by them, you know. It started with that Friday night after Helga and y'all were on there. And, you know, I pulled cards and I pulled from like multiple decks and it all spoke to everything that night. And I was like, all right. And then the other night I did it at the beginning. And then at the end, I did some, and then I asked Helga to pull one, and you know, all of it spoke right to it. So I think that's really good because even people that may not want a reading, but they see the broadcast, they're like, ooh, might open them up to it. And then today I pulled the ones for the Earth Day. And so that was amazing as well. If you didn't catch the beginning of the broadcast before I totally left Des hanging, she was supposed to be smacking me around a little bit. But
Yeah, you were about to close it out, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait.
I'm like, wait a minute. I see an extra microphone over there way to the right on my screen. Because I was like trying to make the screen bigger, you know, because it's so small in the middle section. And so you can hit the control button and the plus, and it blows it up. But then when I do that, the green room just kind of disappears, so I couldn't really see you. So I apologize. I just felt such like an ass.
I spoke to you. Oh, I'm happy you liked the reading, John. Thank you. Awesome. Thanks, Sadie. So much love.
Why am I addicted to Addison Rae's butt? I mean,
Who's
looking at
Addison
it.
Rae?
I'm not sure. Who is Addison Rae?
High
Dan
person
the boy.
from YouTube or
Twitch.
Twitch? Oh, your person?
Dan the boy. Who is Addison Rae from? You're gonna have to explain it to us. I'm ignorant of what you speak to.
I don't follow pop culture. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, me
Well,
either.
I don't follow like anybody. So I mean, I like Star Wars and stuff, like movies that I've watched, but that's just I
Oh,
don't
you
really
better like
dive.
Star Wars.
I don't dive deep into it anymore, like I
Like, if
used
you're
to
not
do.
into Star Wars, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hang out with you. You know, it's like the guy that went to the.
Oh my gosh! Now we have to get lightsabers though together.
Oh,
For
I've got
mom.
lightsabers. I got some lightsabers.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
You want to borrow one? I don't have any blades for
You
him
gonna let
right
me
now.
play with your lightsaber?
Yes, I'll let you play with my lightsaber, Desiree. Sadie liked that
man.
one.
Oh man.
Touche.
Oh gosh, it's hot in here.
Des was on. She was on the point there.
Ooh,
Captain
goodness
Reese
gracious.
says, Helga, you know what makes my clothes fall off? Tequila. Or the sound of Colin
Porter's
Porter's voice.
I want to know that.
Oh, Dan, the boy, what is so important about Star Wars?
Dan the boy.
I
That's
mean,
supposed to be Dan the man.
I don't know, Dan. Yeah, I know. That's what I always called my friend Dan. I'd be like, Dan the man. Dan's the man.
How old are you, Dan the boy? If you're younger than 18, you shouldn't be here.
This is true. This is true. It's marked 18 and older. We are talking about fondling the lightsaber. So the importance of the Star Wars is it relates to us as spiritual beings. The Force. Have you heard of the Force? May the Force be with you. I'm a Jedi. Are you? Actually, I'm not a Jedi. I am a Force user, though. The Jedi were too strict. Eric Hypes, the real question is if Desiree will allow to dock in her Death Star.
Oh my gosh!
Why does it have to be her Death Star? Dan says she's from the song Addison Rae, Obsessed. All right, I will look that up, Dan the boy. I will look that up. You have me intrigued. Okay, Addison Rae, Obsessed. I'm writing it down. Do you hear me? I'm writing it down. the sun ray. Hey, Peyton, I see
Hey,
you. How are you,
I
my
love
little
you.
pretty?
I love you.
So I wrote it down, Dandaman. I wrote it down. Oh, that's the wrong way.
Tiara.
Addison Ray obsessed. I'm like 33 or something, I think. I don't feel like counting right now. Well, cool. 33 is my number, so you came into the right place. Tiara! Isn't she so cute? She's 6, so she adds up. I love you.
I love you
Mwah.
too.
Well, thank you, Dan the boy, for being here while you are in your 33rd year, you think. I am in my 47th year. I'm definitely positive on that one.
I am my 11th year.
Yes, we are all 11s here. So if you add us together, it would be 33. So we are now equal to you. You could come over to Haps and you could join us, maybe, perhaps. Me too. Me. Do, 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 do. Me.
Where's Colin?
He had to reboot.
Oh, I'm eating chicken. I had some left from noodles with chicken. Ooh.
Tiara says, "Share, I'm hungry."
Okay,
You are always hungry. You're hungry in your dreams. You're hungry when you wake up.
take a piece. You can take the biggest one.
She has the munchies, lol. Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You know what? I said it last night, OB, that I wasn't going to do any more 4-hour broadcasts. I lied. I'm at 4 hours and 11 minutes. That's from smoking them left-handed cigarettes. Ha 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 ha. Well, I see him on the TV preaching about the promised land and tells me to believe in Jesus, steals the money from mine. And some say he was a good man, but Lord, I think he's sin. You. I said 22 years of memories. And Dan the boy says, to be honest, is tarot reading thing or energy changing or different something, not adding up or something in the last couple years? I'm going to have to read that one again, Dan. All right. Be honest. Is the tarot reading thing or energy changing or different something not adding up or something in the last couple years? I'm not sure if I'm following you on that one. Let me break it down. To be honest, I'm always honest. That's the only policy that I absolutely go by. Honesty is the greatest and the best and the first forerunning policy. Tarot reading thing or energy changing or different something not adding up. Not sure what's not adding up. It's all adding up for me. It's all in the numbers. If you watch my last couple broadcasts, it always adds up. Like we were just talking maybe before you came in that I did a reading the other night on my broadcast at the beginning, and it spoke to everything that we ended up talking about and that I had thought of prior in making what I was going to talk about in that broadcast. And then I had Desiree, which is the one on the far left over there. She did card reading at the end, and it spoke to everything that we had talked about. So, not sure I followed what you said there. So if I went in the wrong direction, just let me know. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that it's not. Yeah, like the things you have to tell people. You mean like the things that you have to tell them because they're not getting it for themselves? I mean, we kind of are moving into that. For me, what I end up usually doing is I usually work with people and I get them to where they're getting it for themselves. So I've been seeing that since about 2014. I've been working with people that I call my soul family, and like working to clear energy or clear feelings and things like that. And then they end up being able to, use their third eye, so you might say, and perceive the future so that they can clear any ill will out of the way. But yeah, everybody's kind of on their own journey and kind of have to get it in the way that they get it. But the things the cards, yeah, I mean, for me, I wasn't ever really into cards. I still don't do tarot. I do like oracle cards and things like that. John, the Creative Genius Award. Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's very interesting that I feel like as I've gotten to know cards better, it's very much like I've dealt with the I Ching and a couple other things before too, but I think it's kind of like a way for people to kind of dip their toes into energy, because basically all it is being able to read energy. Tesla said, if you think in terms of frequency, vibration, and when you can read energy, then feelings are energy. Either they're negative or positive, they're high or they're low, they're this or that. So if you can kind of get in that meditative neutral state, then you can read somebody else. And if you've got cards or any kind of other tool that you might use, maybe a pendulum and charts, or Colin does a thing with like ribbons. I haven't seen that yet, except for in my dreams. Then you can use these tools to kind of help open you up. Like when you pull these cards for someone or for yourself and they end up speaking to you, then that kind of reassures you or helps you build a more stable foundation to move forward in your spiritual energetic practices. But you don't have to use cards. You can just work with your own energy, your own intent, your own feelings and things. That's the way I've done it my whole life. But as I on a public platform, sometimes it can be a little, you know, it's not nerve wracking, but your energy just gets kind of like really high. And so you really do have to settle yourself to do those things. Ooh, talk about dream and energy. May I share what I got last night? You can always share what you got last night, Tiara. I'll shoot you an invite if you'd like to come up and speak with your voice. I'm going to take a little boys break for a moment. Helga, you're muted, but if you'll hold it down,
Yes, I
I'll
will.
be right back. Don't start without me, Tiara.
I will just hold the space. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Sorry, I had to go make a sandwich.
It's okay, baby. I went down to get some chicken.
Today.
Hmm? What was that?
Oh, I had chicken for lunch today.
Ah, okay. Did you?
Chicken, green beans,
Mm,
and potato.
okay, I had noodles with chicken.
Ooh.
Did you already read the cards before I left downstairs? Those.
Are you pulling a card there, Helga?
No, that was going to pull cards from this deck, right? Before I left downstairs.
I don't know. I
Oh.
saw her shuffling something, but I didn't know
Yeah.
if she was going to pull or not.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought that is when we think, eh?
No. Well, you know, you were feeling into it.
Okay.
But you're more than welcome to pull some cards if you'd like to. My beautiful Helga.
Alrighty.
Because I loved the one that you pulled the other night after our broadcast. You got the
The
emerald green dragon.
green. Yes.
It
Yes.
spoke perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's what it's all about. Getting comfortable with playing with the energies of the universe.
How many cards?
Well, how many ever you feel. 1, 2, 3. You can just pull one and, you know, see how that feels, and then you may feel inspired to pull another one. You know, just take it as she comes.
Mm. Virgo dragon.
The Virgo.
I was just saying that today.
Yes. Here comes Tiara.
Hey.
What?
Yes.
What's up,
How
Bianca?
you doing?
I just woke up.
Okay.
Oh, you look amazing.
So you
So I
you
want to
just
tell
had
you,
a dream.
yeah, about the dream. Like yesterday, I got a dream. Like, did I told you that sometimes I'm in a dream and I feel lost? I don't know. I mean, if the people in the dream can see me or even can talk to me. I mean, I feel like I'm at someone else's dream because I'm not familiar with the place. I'm not familiar with the people in it, and then even I'm around them, they never notice that I'm in. So I just like there, just watching what they're doing out at the dream. I feel like I'm on that kind of dream few days ago, yesterday
Yeah.
actually. And then at the end of that dream, so I was looking at a woman. What was that? I forgot what she did to some couple of peoples in it. But at the end of the dream, I'm really sure that's not my dream. Uh, she suddenly talked to me like, "Why you are on here? I'm looking for a tiger spirit." And I just woke up like, "What? I thought I'm not at my own dream." Yeah, from the start, they cannot see me. I'm being around them. I feel like I still remember. I kind of like looking at them like this, the tail, trying to know what they are doing. But at the end, I realized that one woman talking to me like, "Oh, so I'm in this dream?" I thought I'm not in this dream. And then last night I got the other dream. That's my dream, but I find the same woman and still talking to me that she was looking for tiger spirit or energy. It's the same thing, and I just don't know what kind of tiger spirit or energy. And I feel like what, and it makes me kind of sleep, make me walk up, and in few hours I don't want to get to sleep, and I don't want to see that woman again like that.
Mm. Well,
Lyrans.
yeah. What I can speak to that. First, I'm going to tell you about one of my dreams.
Okay.
So this is the beautiful thing. Anybody that's watching this, just stick around. This is about to go way deep. All right. So the one and only broadcast that I've watched of yours so far, in completion, was when you were at that house where they were digging up the driveway to do the soil samples. You remember that?
Yeah.
I've had that dream.
Oh wow.
I've been at that house. I've been inside that house. I knew that that house was going to get torn down, but it wasn't torn down yet. I was in there. I was looking all around it. I was seeing everything. And so when I'm watching on your broadcast, as you know, at first you're just outside. And I'm like, all right, this is, whoa, okay, yeah, okay, I'm here. I've been here before. And then you went into the garage and I saw the motorcycles, and then you went into the house a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, the walls are the same, everything's the same. So I was born in 1974. That's the year of the tiger. So what's happening is, ever since I've come to HAPS, I've been seeing more and more and more people that I've seen in my dreams. And so what's happening is, this is our subconscious. When we go into our dreams, this is our subconscious is trying to speak to us. If you're in a bad dream and you're having a nightmare, that's not to be feared of. It's only to be like, I'm ready to conquer this, or ready to let this go, because it's coming up through my subconscious. So, I feel like, and based upon some of the work that Desiree and Helga and I and some of my other soul family members that aren't on HAPS, we share these dreams. And so you're exactly right. Like, sometimes I've been in dreams and I don't know these people. I'm like, where am I? And then later on, I'll get into a space where I'm on like Facebook, and one of my soul sisters will be like, Eric, you need to contact this lady because she's having trouble with negative spirits. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Is her name blah, blah, blah? And then it goes into this whole thing to where we're being drawn together to do certain aspects of work. So you're meeting someone in your dream that's asking you, where's this tiger spirit? And so now you, in your waking world, you come into my frequency and you tell me about this dream, and I'm like, I'm a tiger spirit, I'm a tiger energy. So it's like, we're all pieces of this big puzzle. And the way spirit sometimes gets us is to make us work together. Like you have a little bit of the piece, Helga has a little bit of the piece, Desiree might have an even bigger piece, and then by you getting part of the story, you'll come into this other person's frequency and you'll tell them about it. And then bam, everything starts to collectively come into the conscious instead of being trapped in our subconscious. Everlong Mystic says, I'm a 74 baby too. The awakened collective frequency visit each other in the dreams. Some people need help from others. Very well put, Everlong Mystic. You should come over to HAPS, by the way. Just come over here. Come join us. I love your frequency. You're a wood tiger too. So yeah, I'm. It's not just the year and the tiger, but I'm a wood tiger. So I'm that of the earth, that of the. So I know that you're really powerful, Tiara.
It is
Like,
like
very good question,
the one
Dan
that
the
made me
boy.
scared is because what is this Japan? Oh wait, the one that made me really scared about that dream is because I saw that woman did something bad to the people's in the dream before, like pushing people to go to like a deep. It was a river, just pushing people to go there.
I have a
like doing suicide or something, and I was like, I just I'm sure that they cannot see me because they already were not pushing me, and no one
yeah
talked to me in that dream.
yeah. I'm pretty sure I know the woman that you're talking about that was looking for the tiger spirit. I've already met her. I'm not going to bring that part up. She ended up being kind of a negative in the soul family wheel at this point. I'm not going to say what the future holds, but I ended up working with this person, and this person was very much like, oh, I like this. And then, like, 2 days later, they're like, delete, goodbye, can't work with you. You don't validate my victimness. And I was like, okay, see ya. Bye bye.
Wow.
So yeah, you basically got to witness a negative energy that you haven't experienced her. You can go back and watch my Friday broadcast, my Monday night broadcast, and that would familiarize you with what I'm bringing up.
Tiara,
But
how do you feel about your prophetic dreams? Like, have you had any dreams that feel like deja vu, like when you relive it in real life? Like, do you feel like you've dreamt some things and then it comes to in real life?
Few days ago, I said to Eric, like, I saw someone. It was scary dream, suffering from that, and then it come to the real life that I got a call from my mom that someone that I saw was like passed away.
yeah.
And it makes me scared. I don't want to sleep because I saw that like clearly, and he was asking help for me.
Yeah. So
I've
it
experienced
And
that
I feel
too.
like,
Yeah.
dang, why it's happened now?
yeah. It's all happening to bring us to a higher level of understanding and awareness so that these things don't affect us in a way that we get fearful or we don't want to experience them, because you're very much on that path to actually being able to experience that. And I know you're at a young age. Des is at a young age, as well on this journey. But some souls, like somebody put up there in the comments a minute ago, they need help from others. And so when you or I or Des or Helga or any one of us who experience these phenomena, if you will, can start to actively participate on that level and conquer our fears, then we move ourselves into our destiny path. And once we do that, we start to help people that maybe haven't ever experienced these things or are in some cases passed away. I've had to help a lot of people who pass away and they're kind of stuck on the other side. They're caught up in their emotions or a death state or something like that. And so a lot of people live their lives and feel like they have to pass away before they cross that bridge. But it's actually, we can do it here while we're still alive. We don't have to die to have these realizations. And so there are other people in our life that are going to play a role in our awakening, and then we can play a role in other people's awakening.
I feel like Tiara is very gifted.
Yes.
Like you have some things that are
I'm
untapped.
confused.
Yeah.
I actually confused about this since it's a long time ago. Like when I was at school, I keep dreaming about like tsunami. I was like, what? Okay, and I didn't even know what is tsunami. What was tsunami at that time? But I can't have that words in my mind, and I think to my teacher, my teacher at school, and he told me about that kind of the tsunami thing, and that's happened in a few days, and I just like, what? I still remember till now. That's my first thing that I got. Like, I scared to sleep because the thing that I see on a sleep sometimes being like real.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to.
And I just realized like, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
important.
that's the thing that make me scared of the school, because I said to you that I always got a bad dream at school. It's a black thing trying to catch me, and I have to find like a big gate, but I already know where is the gate, and then that's over and over again. Maybe that's because of the first thing that I realized about the tsunami thing. I mean, because at that time I kind of forgot about that dream, and I spent most time at the school at that time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So when you find the gate and you go through the gate, where do you go? You wake up? Or
wake up.
you
Yes,
wake
I
up?
just want to wake up. Like if I go to the high building, I know I have to find a window and I have to jump. That's the way to wake up. And then if someone just running around me in a labyrinth or something, I have to find the gate, and mostly I know where is that. So I just go there. If I want to this dream end soon, I just go there.
Like that's a very powerful
That's
thing.
all.
Like I told you before when we talked about this, instead of finding the portal or the gate to escape, next time you have that dream, I would encourage you to find that portal. And since you already know it's a portal, before you go into it, say something like, I'm going to go through this portal and I'm going to connect with, you can throw my name out there, throw Dez's name out there. So you can actually jump. Like you're using it to escape, but the reason you keep having the dream again and again is it's there to teach you something. You're not supposed to be in fear. So I'm working on this. I have not gotten there yet, but I feel like it's a team effort in a lot of way. And so
not so scary.
yeah, and that's part of it. You know, when the fear is a challenge. It challenges us. It challenges us because the fear is actually of ourself. Like Des said, you're very gifted.
All right.
And so are all of us on board here. All of us in this world are actually. But what can happen is we start to step into those gifts and we start to use them. And those gifts are unknown to us. So anything that's unknown can be scary, and it may represent itself. But here's the bigger point here. In the last 4 years, I've been directed to work with hurricane energies. I've been directed to work with the earth. And I've been told the year before I was told this, like there would be certain storms that I could help and influence and certain storms that I could not. And then that next year, I was given information about certain storms and told to help redirect them. And when I redirected them, then I watched the news, and the forecasters told me the storms did exactly what I asked them to do. And then I was told about a week or two later that there would be another hurricane that would come, and I got Mexico City. I was like, Mexico City? I don't know. And I was told there was nothing I could do about this storm. This storm has to do with the collective. So see, our collective, all the people on the planet are going through a lot of fear. And when we experience fear and we're not connected and grounded to the earth, we can actually, the Mother Earth wants us to be connected to her, wants us to be involved and participating with her. And when we're not, we're going against her. And so we end up creating a lot of these storms. And so my daughter and I were watching Facebook that next week, and we saw all this destruction. Like everything was total. It was like a trailer park, and it was just annihilated. I was like, oh, that looks like the hurricane really tore somebody up. And right then, I hit the volume button, and they said, here's Mexico City in Florida. And it was destroyed by the hurricane. I was like, oh my God, that's what Spirit was talking to me about. So I didn't get scared, but I knew there was going to be destruction because I already had information that sometimes I can help. And the more people like you and Des and Helga and anybody else that watches this stream, if you're having these kind of experiences, they're like a calling card. They're asking you to step through fear and discover these undiscovered, unexperienced parts of yourself. And when you start to do that, then you come into communion, co-creation with others. So I feel like your dreams are very indicative of what I've been being spoke to. I'm supposed to find a portal. I'm supposed to create a portal and go through that portal and connect with my soul family. So when I hear you say, I'm at this school, I'm in fear, I get out though. I find a portal and I get out. I'm like, whoa, Tiara, come to your soul family. Because you're doing something that's very powerful. You're finding this portal. So now
And see,
you have to
yeah.
learn how to channel that. You're in control. Nothing to fear when you know you're in control. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I keep
Des.
going to a school. I keep going to school in my dreams, and I keep trying to find something like a crystal, um, something like in a locker, or I'm always heading towards lockers and being around the lockers. And there's something in a locker I'm supposed to find, but I can't find it yet. And I don't know if I'm supposed to meet up with like someone like Tiara or Eric or Helga, like in the dream, and then we're supposed to find it together or something, because this crystal or this thing in the dream is just like is another heart, is the energy source of what I'm supposed to use. And I just I keep going back to school, and it's just like, man, there's so many people I know there, but I don't. But it's like I know their energy, but I can't see their faces. So
Yeah. And when I've worked with my soul family members, this is the most beautiful part. Spirit makes me work with other people as a team. And if you look at the earth right now and all the people on it, that's what we really need. We need people to start working together for a common goal to be able to evolve. And so that's really been the way I've experienced Spirit working with me and people like Des or Helga that I work with. It makes us work together we can't do it on our own. There are certain things that we have to do on our own for ourselves, like step through the fear. But then next, like Des is saying, you might have a piece of the puzzle that we need. So you know, ask before you go to that portal next time. You can be even generalized. You can say, all right, I trust in my own power, my own divine ability to control my destiny. And when I step through this portal, I'm going to be transported to wherever it is from my highest and greatest and best good through true love's intent. And that way you don't have to say Des or Helga or Eric. You'll just go into whoever's dream. It's not even a dream, it's a subconscious. You'll go in and we'll start having an experience. And so maybe you and Helga have to go find this crystal. And then you get to another point, and then you have to hook up with Des, and then you come find me. I'm not exactly sure, but I hear Spirit every time I've come to meet you. Spirit's like, she is important. She is important. Listen to what she's saying, Eric. And then when I had that dream of you at that house, I was like, it's getting closer. It's getting closer, because I know that I've had other dreams with you. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I know it can be very scary.
Do you feel something not right at the house also?
I'm sorry, what?
Talking about the house, can you feel something not right at the house?
Something that's not right?
Yeah. I got a swing mood so bad that when I was there, I was like wondering what triggered me, but I cannot find anything. I was just talking with workers, and then I suddenly, when I hop on my scooter, like leaving the house, I was crying, and I don't know why. Like what?
Mm.
And I just wondering because I thought I saw something, but I don't know.
When you were inside the house?
Like something. Yeah, there is a small room in the house that they close the door, but I open it because I want to make sure how I mean the land, because we have to. I have to. And when I was there, like I don't know. And I just came out. I kind of trying to like, okay, there is no that room, but I don't know. That's kind of, I still have that dark room in my mind.
Yeah, I can remember when I was outside the house, everything felt good, but I knew that it was going to get destroyed. But when I was in the house, I remember looking at a wall and looking outside the window, and I did feel like there was something to be done, and there was I could feel like there was some kind of energy or spirit in there, but I can't really speak to it any more than that. What I would say is, since it was your reality, I was just in your dream, like you were in a dream where you kind of perceived someone asking for the tiger spirit. I would say that's part of your destiny to, you don't even have to go back to that house. Okay, here's the beautiful part. You can just sit there right in your room and feel comfortable, and you can energetically imagine that you're going to that house and just be totally open, and then know that you're protected. Nothing's going to bad happen to you, but you can feel the energies, and then ask, do you need help? Is there something that I can do for you? Because a lot of times there are spirits that need help crossing over. They've got either an attachment, which can be physical, emotional, or a spiritual attachment, or they've died in such a way that they don't have full cognitive control and they need actual help. So I would encourage you to maybe go into a meditation when you feel comfortable, and just project yourself over there and see what you get.
What's up,
Okay, I will try.
Ami? What's up, UFO Mark?
Ami!
Sorry. Just saying hi
Yeah.
to the In 5D family.
Yeah, sorry, we're in deep over here. This is Tiara up here. We got Dez, a lot of y'all know as Helga, and myself. But this is what we do. We kind of go deep. A lot of people are experiencing things that many people have not ever experienced, and it can be uh, difficult in the beginning, even fearful. But I guarantee you, Tiara, you are an amazing, gifted individual, and you're just on the brink of starting to open up your flowers and blossom. And all these things are challenging. They can look like obstacles, but as you start to step through them, you'll become more, I don't want to say comfortable, but you'll become more adept. And
Okay.
So, with this feeling that you had about the house, Tiara, is it the same feeling of you being chased in a dream by this being?
The this I smell something like on my school when I was at the school, and that's why it's make me like I need to step back because when I come in there, I remember that school dream.
mm,
In the house? Like when you're in the house, it reminds you of the school dream?
It's in the house. Yeah, but just one room,
yeah.
and I need to step back and I just ask my workers to do something in that room because I don't want it.
Yeah, but like Des is really getting at there is that dream and this experience in the real life are connected. So I don't think the workers can do the job. It's going to be more in your basket of abilities. Thank you for
Hey,
that question,
Dina.
Des.
Hey, Dina.
Dina, cool.
I just ask that because sometimes when we're dealing with life situations, it's a direct reflection into our dreams, or
Yeah.
vice versa. What's happening in our dreams is happening in our life. So whatever since it about feels the same, with you going into the school and you feel like you're being chased to the portal, um, you know that's like a fear or something that you've had to battle for a long time, or something that's been in your life holding you down, not like holding you down, but something that's been like hovering over you. So like if something happened to the family or like in your life, maybe that's something that's been in your subconscious that you've hidden away for a long time, and you're having to clean that. You're having to go and be able to resurface and heal that energy that you've experienced with that. So you having to stand up against this being, or darker energy is what we would call in a dream. So I don't know if the feeling of that dream or this house has the same correlation, but maybe there's an open portal in that house.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I have a question. If do you think that spirit that we scare off in the dream, they can really hurt us?
The only way they can attach or get any kind of hold on you is through fear. Um,
So they cannot really hurt us, right? Even though if I got like a bad dream and I'm not running from them, so I will be fine.
yeah,
They will not trying to hurt us.
No, it won't hurt you. It's you having to stand up against
So
it
we
and
don't need
and
to
tell it
fight
that it
from
can't
that.
hurt you.
yeah,
So we don't need to run from that.
right, right. In fact, there's been some people that, because like part of what Des is talking about, sometimes they can be like a mirror of what's happening in your reality. So if you turn around and face whatever it is, even if it was like a demon or a werewolf or something, just say, I'm not scared of you, but what do you represent? What hidden aspect are you? You can then, once you've conquered that fear, you've stood up to it, like Des said, then you can ask it because it's part of your subconscious trying to give you a message. And the best way it can get your attention is through fear, because that's one thing we're going to always remember, something that fear gets us fear or excited. And so when you can stand up to it, then you have the permission or the power to ask, to reveal what it is that you really need to get from it. Space and Jason, much love, my human.
Also, have you all thought of writing your dreams down?
Since the bad dream that I got, I told before, like someone that I saw, he was suffering in my dream, and then it was scary. And after that, I scared to write my dream.
Yeah, it's always important because I gotta tell everybody, I think I told you this before too, is so your dream time is your subconscious. And they've done scientific tests where they hook up electrodes to your brain. And when you're in a lucid dream, like you're saying, when you're in these dreams, it feels sometimes more real than when you're actually awake. And so you're actually using 94, 95% of your brain. When we're in our conscious state, we're using like 5, 6, 7% of our brain. So when you start a dream journal, what you're actually doing is you're starting a conversation with your subconscious, and you're saying, this is important to me. So if you do have a dream that's fearful, write down, this dream scared me. I would really like to know why I'm having this dream. Why is this dream affecting me and making me scared? Because what you're basically doing is having a conversation with your subconscious and saying, okay, I realize that there's this bad dream, but I also realize that this is my subconscious trying to talk to me, and I want to be able to figure this out. So by keeping the dream journal, you're starting a conversation with your subconscious self, and you're basically going to help yourself to evolve and come to a higher understanding.
Yeah, got it.
Hello from Japan. I love that you're in Japan, Ame. Space says, I have pew. I don't know if Colin's coming back, Helga.
I don't think so, but I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you're looking a
Yeah, what
little.
time is it, Helga, for you? It's midnight, right?
Oh no, it's in the morning. It's 04:03.
Oh, wow.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Helga, for making my Earth Day that much more special.
Sorry.
Love you,
You're
mamas.
welcome.
Go
Thank
get
you.
the dream. Your dream.
Love you, Helga.
Love you too. Bye,
Get some good
Kiara.
sleep.
I will. I need it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, and that's why I'm really glad that you came in tonight and talked about that, because ever since I saw your last stream that I saw in my dreams, I'm like, all right, when's this gonna come into effect? And so it kind of gets me excited, And so when you can have these, dreams and then realize, I've got this whole soul family over here that's having dreams like I'm having, it can kind of help you get excited to start conquering these fears and getting the answers that you require, to where you start to understand more. And then once you start to understand it more, you don't have so much fear coming up.
So, what should I do with the tiger lady? I mean, because I don't know if she will come to my dream again, but if she come again, what should I do?
When was the last time you had that dream? Well, wait,
Last
two
night
questions. Last night?
and yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday is when I didn't realize it was not my dream. I mean, when I know that it was not my dream, but suddenly that woman talking to me, and I'm just like shocked, huh?
Do you
She's my
remember
dream
what
or
the
not?
what the lady looked like?
Not really. It was
Okay.
just like I just remember long hair, and the hair like mine, maybe like dry, and like this. Just that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
this whole process just kind of rattled out for me. Yesterday was the last day that I had contact with this person. They actually deleted me from their Facebook account. So, I feel like that's significant, because you had those dreams right here in the midst of that kind of going down, or that occurring. Helga,
That's a
about
real person.
do what?
I mean, she's the real person. I mean, like human like us.
Yeah, she's a real person. I actually worked with her last Thursday. I did some spiritual energy work with her. I found out that she had a lot of blocks, and at the time, I felt like I couldn't really talk about the emotional feelings part of it. And the next day, things kind of blew up and went awry. And she assured me that she respected me, loved me, but she had problems with other people. And then we got into this week. The person that she had problems with made an apology to this person. And when she received the apology, she said, "Well, I can't accept your apology." And she got very negative, very bitter, very jealous energy, very victimized energy. And she kept continuing to write me while she was kind of in this argument. And Monday night, I ended up saying, "Look, I'm just going to say it the way it is. There were some things that were said wrong, but this isn't that big of a deal, and we're kind of making mountains out of molehills. And you got to understand that your energy, your perspective is negative, and it will lower people's frequency." She was like, "Oh, I'm the bad person. I'm the bad person." I'm like, "I'm not telling you you're a bad person. I'm just saying the energy work that we did last week, if you want to correct that, if you want to keep that corrected, then you've got to change the behavior that you are putting out to other people. And these are people who are family to you on a soul level. Like, I've had dreams of this woman. Or not necessarily of these instances, but dreams of her, and cards that she pulled and things like that. So I knew there was a connection. But not all the time do we have to have these people in our life. They can be there to serve a lesson for us, and they may leave. They may come back. They may see and be able to operate in a more loving, heartfelt way. But until then, it's not for me to say or to do or to be. So your UFO says, I've been having tidal wave dreams for years. That's pretty interesting. I've had some tidal wave dreams too, but they were over the earth. And water is usually indicative of emotions. And for me, the water got really high, and then there was all these tidal waves, and it was trying to drag me away. And then I lowered the energy by hanging onto the trees and connecting with Mother Earth. And then last year in 2020, I actually went out and started meditating, and the place that I was meditating was the exact same place that the waters went down, and I came back to level with the earth. So I knew instinctively that those dreams were leading me to do meditative work to deal with my out of control emotions, the feelings that my emotions bring up. They were putting me in lock. Now, it can be other things too, but I see you in the hospital. Few more days. 1-6 space, man. Oh, Jason. I'm sending you love, brother. I'm sending you love. I love you, brother. Thank you for coming in here. Thank you for spreading the love even when you're down and out. It's something I always look to, Space and Jason, as I know I've seen you down and out, and you still hold on to that love, and you're sending it. Yeah, the tiger lady actually was looking for sanctuary. She was looking for a safe space, and she did find it. But things just wouldn't allow the light out. Oops, my phone overheated. I'm here on PC now. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I figured, something happened. It happens to Des. It happens to me sometimes. My internet just can't handle it. It boots me out. Been sick for over a week. I'm just now back on Bread of Love. I love my Rick. Yeah, I know. I've been missing me some Rick.
I'm sending you many
Carl.
hugs, Spatian. So many hugs.
Yeah.
I know we have M5D family in here, so if y'all can send a wave of energy to Spacin, he's going through a lot right now. So that's all I'm gonna say with what he's going through. But yeah, just please send him some Reiki or to help ground him.
You love your Eric. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Space. And I have been thinking about Rick here lately. You've been on my heart too, so I'm glad you came in and allowed me to know what's going on in your life right now. I'll be sending you energy for sure, my brother.
I love you, Helga. I love everybody on here.
I love you too, Helga. My vision is off. I need some old man readers. Yeah, Space, and anytime you want to connect, I don't want to do it, live unless you want to do it live. I don't care, but, I don't want to air stuff, out there, but, but I feel you, brother. Des and I were talking a few weeks ago. I guess it's been about a month now. But you're always in my heart. And I know you're tough as steel. You've gone down a road that I don't feel like too many people would have come back from. So just know that you are loved, and like you always say, be love. We'll be with you. We will be with you always. Thank you for the subscription, Lisa. Sons. I'm not even going to butcher that one. Can you help me with that one, Des? Sansorsi? Sansorsi? Sun. Sun.
I'm just letting you go with it right now. This moment.
She's like, I'll let him flail. I'll let him flail.
It sounds right. How you said it, Sunsourcey. Sunsourcey.
My
But
little-
if for you in5D family over there on YouTube, or Facebook, if you're watching from Greg's platform, come on over to Haps if you would like to have more conversations with us daily. We usually have like daily conversations over here, and this platform it has a harder time with some devices, and it does run the power source or the like someone here was talking about it combines the combines the power sources, and it just runs off that, and it runs it hot. But we have fun over here. We have a lot of fun. So if you have a long lasting battery on your phone, come on over here to Haps.
UFO says, yes, you're right. I usually just hover above the approaching tsunami wave. So yeah, anytime I work with people with energetic problems or even diseases and things like this, at Takara, I love you, Eric. I love you, Jason. Really do. I don't know if you know how much you mean to me, brother. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the little boy's room. Again. As James would say, he's going to take a pee. I've only been on here for 5 hours and 12 minutes. So,
Yeah, we have been
3
streaming
days
for a
is
very
better.
long time. So how y'all doing? It's just you and me. Yeah, get some rest. So much love, Jason. Get some good rest. Come join over here on Haps if you would like conversations with us, if you would like to join in face to face with these conversations. We can have up to 8 people up into the broadcast, and can definitely have cool conversations. Come on over here. We talk about everything under the sun. There is nothing ever left out. It's amazing of how much stuff we actually really talk about, because when it comes to Eric, Helgen, and I, we really don't have like a filter when it comes to speaking about certain things. And then, when Brandy comes up here, she extra doesn't have a filter. So we're pretty real over here. We don't hold back from anything we say. And if we have something to say, we're real about it. And that's what I like about realness with family, and being together as a whole unit in a way. Because if you have something on your mind, just say it. And I like that. You don't have to hold anything back, because if you hold it back, you're actually hurting yourself even more. So, well, I love you too, Mark. So much love. Dan, the boy, says, what is deja vu, and what are they really?
Yeah, I did see you ask that question earlier, and I'm glad you're still here and asking that question. I meant to answer it earlier, but we just kept going everywhere. But yeah, that was actually one of the questions that I had to ask myself to really start to, like what we were talking with Tierra and Des a little while ago. I've experienced deja vu. What I call deja vu is like a precursor to what we're talking about now tonight. So deja vu for me was always like, I would be in the moment and I would be like, oh gosh, I feel like I've been here, done this before, right? But then I started asking myself, what is this? I feel like there's something more to it. And once I started asking that question, that's really all life is. It's a box of questions. And the more you ask questions from the heart and not out of fear, you start to get answers. And the answers that I got were, I started having dreams like Tiara was talking about and Des is talking about, where we might see something that happens in the future and then it actually happens. And when I saw it happen in the future, I could actually remember the dream that I had about it happening. I could sometimes even remember the year, what I was doing, where I was working, all these different things. So deja vu to me is it's just like a little hint. It's like something kind of bringing up a little bit of energy to ask you to ask questions, to dig deeper. Anything that you want to put to that, Des?
In a way, it's like a reliving of something. So, in some sort of way, if you think about it, like a past life, or like when we were talking about dreams, you could have already lived that in a dream, once, or you could have lived it before, and then, or actually time hopping. You could be time hopping, and you could have already had that instance happen to you. So you could be multidimensionally doing things, because that's what we're able to do. We're multi-dimensional beings, correct? Right? So when we're able to, sometimes we unconsciously don't know that we're time hopping, and that's the cool thing about that. Is, we're at one moment we're doing one thing. You're doing the dishes, okay? One moment you're doing the dishes, and then the next moment you're having like this huge deja vu, like, oh man, I just make this bacon. This is really weird. I feel like this has already happened. In a way, it's like time hopping if you think about it too. You're reliving that instance that you have already lived. So we're shifting our consciousness, and we're shifting our energy fields. So you could have a part of you living forward in the moments, and then you're having to bring them back together in that instant too. I don't know, ideas and things, So, will you have a good night, Mark UFO? Love you.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you said that, because in the cards that I pulled at the beginning of this project broadcast, that's exactly what it spoke to, was being able to see the future. And so one of the things that I work with people is how to clear your path. And so, like Des is saying, you may be sitting there washing your dishes, and then you're like, oh, and so you're time hopping. So what that does is, what it did for me was it started that conversation saying, okay, well, if I've dreamed about this time that I'm in right now, that means I've got some way, some ability to perceive what is ahead of me. And so a lot of times that can kind of validate we're on the right track. Okay, because so in like the last few months, I've been like, am I wasting my time? Am I in the right place? Should I be somewhere else doing something else? And then I'll have like deja vu, but it's more intense because I can remember having the dream and go, okay, no, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But like what Des is saying is, you're done. You're time jumping, or maybe you're going back in time, like she said, like a past life. So there's been instances where I've had dreams or meditations, and I go to these places, and then I meet people like Desiree, and she's been to these same places, and then so we can meditate together, and we can go to these places together and do actual work on ourselves that relates to us right now. But we had these preconceived things or glimpses of this other place, so that when we come together now, we would be like, okay, yes, this is what we're supposed to be doing.
It's always like, in an instance, like if you think of this too, like different fragments of our self is in different parts of the world, or in different, let's say if you create a painting, you put your fragment of your soul into that, right? So it's like what was Lord Voldemort was saying, was Horcruxes in a way. We're putting a piece of our soul into all these artworks and stuff. So in a way, when you're having that deja vu, it's like you're getting those soul fragments put back together to you. So a piece of you has wandered off somewhere in a way, and you know, it's kind of cool when you think about that stuff, because a part of yourself could be in a higher dimension than you are at that moment or that stage. So it could be also an affirmation for you to be in that moment, of that present moment. And it makes you think how you're able to be a multi-dimensional being, because it really starts making you think of, if you're really like, it's like that moment of deja vu. Am I really alive? Am I really here? Is this true? Is this real? And you start touching things, and affirming if this is the right dimension that you're in. So it's like dimension hopping. Part of your soul fragments are probably also dimension hopping. You're not knowing it until they all collide into one moment, and you're just like, whoo, snap. And it could be upgrades or things that are happening, and it's just, it could be a whole bunch of things when it comes to that deja vu moment. There's so many topics and so many things that could be brought up with those instances, because it's a wide variety of knowing. It's like the Akashic records. Once you unlock that in your own self, in your body, and that's another key too. It could be part of the Akashic records. You're finding things in the Akashic records that are finally coming back to you in that moment. So I don't know. There's so many things.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. That's why I always say it's just like a precursor. It's just like a little glimpse. So the main thing that it's doing is, like Des is saying, and I was saying earlier, and the card said in the beginning, it's prompting you to ask more questions. So like Des is saying, it could be a whole bunch of different things depending on what you're getting, what the dream was about. but it all comes back to it's making you ask that question. And when you really ask that question without fear, and you have a love or an excitement or a value put on that, then you can really start to get and peel that onion and start to get those questions answered. Dan says, I feel like in a better frequency when I have great friendships or conversations or anything good that has to do with community, communication, network, etc., things like that. Yeah, and that goes right with what you were saying a minute ago. It happened 2 times this month. I had deja vu, and it just felt like I had things on the lock. So yeah, you feel like you're in the moment, you're in the pocket, you're vibing, and your tribe's coming in, and things are really moving and shaking for your highest and greatest and best good with true love's intent. Hippie
And you know what?
Island.
That's the beautiful thing about us, about humans, men of many colors and variations, is that we might think that we know it all or that we have everything on lock for ourselves at that moment. But when it comes down to it, we're ever evolving being, and we're growing so much, and we're learning new things each and every single day. So sometimes when we feel like, oh, I know this, I got this on lock, or this is good, this is where I want to be and stuff. Spirit always takes us in a whole nother direction, or it says, here's a whole nother path that we want you to take, or that you're destined to go. Because being stuck in one thing, I mean, it's just like we're always evolving. There's so many things that are changing for us, and it's truly wonderful. So, in our community changes too. So our network also. So and I think that's beautiful, and I feel like that's that's who we are. Is we're socially active beings. So yeah, I like it. There's we're a multitude of different type of species in one body. We have all types of different DNAs. We have Arcturian, reptilian, Assyrian, Andromedan. We have all these DNA qualities about us, but it's taking us to switch it on in order to remember those types and to bring those types others into our life.
Dan says, I feel like the only thing that matter is the good things females think about me. Well, I mean, as long as they're true. Yeah, we do want everybody to like us and think good things about us, but there'll be times when people just don't see us for who we are, and there'll be times when we question ourselves. That's the good thing. We can question ourselves. Like Des is saying, sometimes we might think this or that. There's been plenty of times where Spirit will give me a certain level or amount of information, but I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I just get enough to move forward. Like she's saying, move in that direction. And then I might move that way and then find out everything's going to shift and go this way. And I've got to be prepared to adapt and move with it and really be able to question myself and say, because if I stay in my old patterns, I might not move with the way Spirit really wants me to move.
So before I get off here, Eric, because I'm about to get off here, so I can.
Okay.
I've been on here for a long time, so.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna probably leave right after you. So. Yes.
So I got a reading here. If you would like that.
I would be very, very appreciative of it. feel like that'd be a perfect way to round things out. We started with one, we end with one.
So I'm working with three decks here, and this card is beautiful because I was just talking about the Akashic records and the energy that we have within our own self, the different DNA codes that we're able to unlock and be able to find who we are in our own community and everything. But this card is resembling to go within for your own clarity. What is it that you can go within and find out for your own self? I know asking questions from other people and hearing other people's opinions or their knowings might be helpful and relevant at the moment. You could take that energy in. But when you sit in silence and you're able to dig deep into all that energy that you have of your own self, you're able to find things out for your own self in your own Akashic records and your own DNA qualities that you have about yourself. So the stillness with God, the energy field of all, is meditation is one good key of how to get into that. Just sitting in silence or going outside next to the tree and listening to what the birds have to say. So going within with that stillness is what I really think Spirit's trying to get out. And then there's also this card, Lilac. And it's a very beautiful purplish energy. It looks kind of blue on here, but this is messages. So it's coming from your crown. Messages coming from your the angels and the energy field, and saying higher realms and magic. So knowing that, when we're talking about deja vu and all this stuff, that there are higher realms of consciousness and higher realms of where we go that we are not aware of at our current moments sometimes. But when we open up to different possibilities, we're able to go and travel and go really far with that lilac color, and it's kind of like a violet color too. So when you blend that energy in together, you're not going left and you're not going right. You're really blending the red and the blue in together and finding out what the differences in with that color is, and opening up the crown and understanding that the energy that you're pouring, that you're opening up to, it's not harmful, because when you're open up to the yin and the yang, you balance out pretty well. You're able to balance that out. And so this is where the energy of the animals or signs will come from Spirit. So heeding to the messages that Spirit come from with this violet ray energy, the lilac color that comes in through your crown. Like I just said, going outside, meditating, going listening to the birds and understanding the messages they have for you. Sitting in silence with those animals. We're going through springtime right now. So be able to transform your own self. You're that caterpillar right now, and you're transforming. You're wiggling your way through that chrysalis, trying to figure out how your wings are supposed to be positioned, but so you can blossom right out of there and be able to open your wings up and transform. So when you're able to do that, and open up a little bit more messages from Spirit are going to start pouring in. You're going to be more observant of new things that will come into your life. So this is where the orange ray dragon is going to come through when you start realizing your own truth. Orange ray dragon. So I was just talking about a butterfly, the orange color. Picture a monarch butterfly just coming out of its chrysalis. Picture you being that. Sit there for a moment and close your eyes and picture you being that butterfly in that chrysalis, that womb energy, that sacral, the very beautiful energy of a female. So you going into your own true alignment, about to blossom out, knowing your own truth, when you're able to sit in your own silence of your own energy. So this is where you're able to find the knowledge. So you going deep into that womb where all your triggers are stored as a feminine energy, and you're pulling them out. And this is going to help the Akashic records too, pulling these things out of your womb and finding out what triggers you. because when you're able to find out what triggers you, you become more in alignment with your higher, truer self. And this is where the truth is going to start coming out too. You'll start feeling more able to be free with your flowage of energy from your throat chakra. So pulling that energy all the way up. And when you do that, your wings will start expanding more. You'll start be able to see who you truly are. And to affirm with the violet ray energy, the violet ray dragon has popped up tonight. So along with that lilac energy, so transmutation, ascension, and frequency. So I was just talking about a butterfly. You being that butterfly, you're transmuting that energy. You're changing, you're shifting. And when we're able to find out our true self and our own alignment for our own self, you're pulling those triggers out and you're pulling all these issues out and healing them. That's when your own ascension starts aligning to exactly what you would like to become. And your frequency starts getting higher. And when you get into those higher stages, you know that you're not held down by anything. Nobody has any bounds around you. So this is really helping you find your freedom, and your Merkaba starts spinning and you start going crazy. It just feels so good. You being in your own power. You being in your own power, transmutation of this energy. And then the final card is Moses. He's coming out and saying, it is time to take charge of this situation. Who are you to your own self? You could sit there and try to show your wings to everybody else and try to pull in your tribe just by, you putting on a show or putting on a mask. But you not being in your own authentic self, you're not pulling in the true authentic tribe. So sit in silence. Find yourself, the God spark, God, source, energy, whatever you would call it personally. Go within. Open up your crown energy and listen to the signs that the angels and guides have to speak to with you. Because the messages they have are beautiful and they're just for you. And there's going to be people that come into your life and give you messages too. Certain situations that's going to come into your life and pull you this way or yank you this way. But it's made you who you are today. But Moses says with his staff, take charge of this situation. He takes his staff and he raises it above the waters and he parts the waves to make a path to the other side. Be like Moses at this time. Part your waters. Sit in that silence and find your path. I believe in you. And I know you can do it. Much love.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Des. That was a blessing. I wasn't gonna ask you tonight, but I started with the cards, and I think what I'd like to do is I'm like I was telling you the other day, my daughter can make clips, so I may end up getting like a clip of the cards that I pulled and then the cards that you pulled and just putting it in one video right back to back so people can see how they lined up, and the similarities. And, that's really what it's about, is what she's talking about, balance and going up the middle, not being pulled off your fence post, not being to the left or the right, go up the middle, being able to part those waters, all those emotional feelings. Dan says, is it Dharma? When is Dharma? Yeah, what she's kind of speaking to there in that whole card process is, karma is based upon what you do, how you live your life. And so Dharma is still based upon that, but it's beyond that. It's like what she's talking about. When you go into that stillness, when you can get into what is your past, what did you come here to do? What are your fears trying to steer you away from, which is your path, your dharma. So once you can clear that and balance your masculine and feminine, then all this dharma becomes more apparent to you. And the guides and angels, like she said, that will help you with that will start to speak to you and give you the messages. So yeah, you're right on there, Dan, the boy. I'm glad that it sounds like you enjoyed her reading there. You said sometimes you feel very powerful right after she was talking about you finding your power, so yeah, it's not about there being a war. It's about seeing what sides are to everything and finding the perspective with that creative energy to get past it. This comment has been hidden. Let me view the comment. When people are mean to me, I feel like they are like the Jews that killed Jesus Christ. No difference. I've embodied Jesus Christ before. So yeah, Jesus Christ. So that can become a dance because some people may speak to us, and if we are in a place of victimhood, we might mistaken them as being mean. But that's why she's saying, don't listen to other people. If you can really get into you and find out who it is, then you can know. Because like me and Des have been talking about this for the last couple of days. You'll find soul family and friends who are going to speak to you at that core level. And like if I'm fucking up, I want my friends, my true friends, to be able to speak to me and say, "Hey, Eric, you need to watch. You're kind of acting out of your heart, not in unison with your heart. You're acting out of accord with your heart. So reevaluate, readjust, So I see what you're saying though, but Jesus followed his dharma, and so all those people play a role, and maybe we came to be that death. Maybe we came to have some perceived bad person kill us. But there is no good or evil. There is just this bigger picture, and people can learn from the story. It's like, when people watch Batman and Robin, they learn from the story of the bad guy and the good guy, but they're both one and the same. They can't operate without the other. All the Terra I ever chat with are great, actually, and have great conversations. The musicians are so great to always enjoy their music. They're the most talented musicians. Yeah, that's a good point, Dan. I'd really encourage you, Dan, to maybe find your way to Haps, and you could come up here and have a not going to say we're not having an in-depth conversation, but you can have a more personalized conversation and a more of an exchange instead of a conversation. It sounds like you're very much um, in alignment with that, and a lot of musicians and artists. Des is a very you can see a little bit of one of her paintings there behind her. She's a very proficient, profound artist. I enjoy art myself. That's a form of meditation, like she was saying earlier. You're putting part of your soul, you're taking that energy that your soul has accumulated over time, and you're putting it into this story that you're going to share with the world or share with yourself in that beauty of creation, that creative energy, that sacral chakra energy. You're taking all these feelings and emotions and you're turning it into a creative process to liberate yourself, to find that balance, to find unity, to find your dharma. So I really appreciate you, Dan, for all the comments that you've made, and I hope you enjoyed Des's reading here, and sounds like you did. And what is that, Des? What you got there? A little
This
piggy?
is my
Yeah.
kitty.
Oh, hello, kitty. I love those little things. My daughter had some of those where you like stroke it one way and it's like flat color, and you stroke it the other way and it's all shimmery and shiny.
Stroke it.
Oh my goodness! There we go.
That song again.
You totally caught me off guard there.
Ah ha ha! Kind of like the lightsaber. Ah ha
Yeah. I'll show you my lightsaber next time.
Oh
But,
man, Eric's gonna let me play with his lightsaber next time.
I will. It'll be a special occasion. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming up here. Helga, Colin, Greg Prescott, Gabby, Tiara. For me, Karma is Monday through Friday around 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Dharma, Friday to Sunday. I always exchange so much energy. If you pay attention, I don't waste time. This was the most energy I've ever gave away, yet I wanted to tell my neighbor and I said it to you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. And I've appreciated your energy and your exchange in energy, and you know, I think it was felt in the card reading that Des did, and you know, we're all tapping into the same thing when we tap into love.
Well, if anybody ever wants a reading from me, a personal one-on-one reading, you just check me out on Facebook at Desiree Lynn Mathis on Facebook or Instagram. You can find me there, same name. And then Zenfully Yours, ZenFullYYOURZ at gmail.com. And you can email me there and we'll get something together. It's $20 for 20 minutes. And I'll send you a special personal one-on-one reading.
You heard it here first, folks. Go find her Facebook. She's on Haps. Perhaps you could come over here as well. You can find her on Twitch. She's a Twitcher. She also does amazing artwork. Here pretty soon she's going to be getting some copies of some of her amazing artwork, but you can find her on Instagram. What's your Instagram channel again?
Desiree Mathis.
Yeah. Go check out her artwork. You will be wooed by her art, I guarantee you. But until next time, we'll be signing out with much love to all. May you have sweet dreams tonight. And as always, may they be lucid. We're going to do Dez's Heart Tunnel of Love here. We're going out and try to get, she's got a better heart than mine. I do.
You like that, huh?
I do. I think you got me signed up on that one.
Everybody goes like this, woo, 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 and I'm like, oh wait, that's like losing the love. Hold on, we need to send it out. But everybody does it a different way, so.
Well, it's interesting because I haven't ever seen anybody do that. But the other day I was thinking about going like this, and then when I saw you do it tonight, I was like, oh, it looks like a tunnel of love. Like when you get up to that level, you know, I can see it better than I see it. Well, I don't have the best heart. I don't have the right angle. You do it better than me, but
you don't have the best heart. I'm gonna come over there and you.
I'll be waiting with my lightsabers. I got you back on that one. Oh yes. Like a game was first quarter, halftime, second quarter. There you go. Thank you, Dan. Much love, my brother. May we see you again on here. I'm usually here on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Tonight was just a spur of the moment. I got on here 5 hours and 48 minutes ago to just do a short little thing, and then I stood Des up. She was sitting over here for 10 minutes. I was like, oh, shit. So then everybody else came up, and here we are 4 hours later. So,
Here we are.
but yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me here on Haps. You can find me at Facebook, Eric Hypes. That's my name. Don't wear it out. You can wear it out. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Just punch in erichypes.com and you'll find me. But I
And
love
don't
you.
forget to check out in5d.net for tie-dye shirts made by Greg Prescott. So go check him out. To the N5D family, we love you all.
Yes, very easy to remember. N5D, like Dan the boy. You know what I'm saying?
Dot net.
Com.
Net.
Oh, .net. Oh, damn.
Mhm.
Glad you said that. I would have fucked it up. I did fuck it up. That's why I have her here. She keeps me in line sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Co-host, you know.
All right. Well, I love you, Des. I love you, everybody here now and on the replays. As my brother Space and Jason says, be love. Till next time, be love.
Peace.
And wholeness and vibration. Well, I hit the button thinking, oh, we're going to exit. No, I got to hit another button. Here we go.